tough to watch. It's
The East is just not what we
a
thought the
lot,
East was. I'm
a
not.
lot of a lot of nap-worthy basketball being played
Oh, in the East
this
for
weekend.
sure.
This weekend it was
We had
Yeah,
nap
a bunch of
time.
blowouts, and I'm like, hey, day came around. I'm gonna get some work done. I'm gonna take a little break from basketball for the day, and then we get the two best games of a series, and I'm like, damn, go figure.
Right?
yeah. The
Don't you hate that shit? Don't you hate it?
Uh-huh.
no, yeah. I didn't get to see a lot of the games yesterday with Mavericks. The birthday party was yesterday, so I didn't get to see. I didn't see the overtime with the Sixers. I knew I was tracking it. That was insane. But hold on, welcome back to Uncommon Commentators with Jay, Jonah, and Zoe. We're back from some basketball. I don't want to say it ain't been the best basketball, but we got some good ones
It's
yesterday.
been basketball.
It's been basketball.
Yeah, we can
Pretty
just. It really has just been really basketball. I'm gonna get this shit going with not the Lakers, the Knicks and the Heat. That has been a series that at this point the Heat is not even like it's not even like they're just gonna be a hard ass team to deal with in the first round no more. Like the Celtics or the Sixers don't want to see them next round.
Yo, they've been more surprising than we thought. Like when
Yes.
we were talking, Miami's gonna be tough. I wasn't talking against like the Celtics or not the Celtics, not the Bucks right off the bat. Like a 1-8 matchup, you don't see that happening.
No, hell no. Like we didn't
And
think that.
just
We was
to
on that train, but not like this, like you said.
We
not
talked about it
this,
early. We had them like 6 through 8 around that range, and we're like,
yeah, that's six.
hey, you don't want to play them. That's all we left it at bet. It's a team you like, oh, you're a high seed, you don't want to face them. And
Yep.
hey,
Yep.
who expected this? I was talking to a friend earlier this year about Miami. I'm like, damn, this team really has all the same players, and they made the Eastern Conference Finals last year. And we all forgot that they were a shot away by Jimmy.
A shot away.
And we all forgot about it, and they have such a subpar regular season, and we push some things to the side, and hey, look at them.
It was lackluster. Everyone was just sleeping on them. They did what they wanted to do, though. They made it to the playoffs healthy, in a position.
No, they did.
They lost Hero, but that team still.
That was the thing. Here when they lost Hero, I was like, they're not gonna do too much. But
like, oh, the Bucks are coming back. Hey, and then
yeah. Hey, look at us.
Yeah, we just don't know. Nobody know what the fuck is going on. And then like this series is like again, I think the Knicks I just knew they were gonna win this series. I didn't expect them to be down 3-1. But I think it just shows, like, I see what Tibbs trying to do with Mitchell Robinson. He's trying to use him like Joakim Noah, but you can't play like that in this NBA. Them Bulls teams was 2010, 2009, 2011, shit like that. Like, the league has changed so much since then. And using Mitchell Robinson, like, you can see that you can use him against a team like the Cavs. They don't have bigs that's going to stretch the floor. You can play against Miami. You got Bam. You got Kevin Love, who can stretch the floor. There's nothing
Kevin Love been solid this series, man.
Super solid. Love. Let's talk about him since you brought him up. He's been super solid for the Heat in this series for sure. Like,
because we see these buyout guys, and it's like it gets a little gassed up to the start, especially if it's like a name, because it could be an old veteran like his situation where it's going to be a little more gas just because the name. But it was like, hey, they don't have many bigs.
Yeah,
throw them in the mix, and
never hurts to have another shooter.
No, it doesn't. Was there another team looking for Kevin Love in the buyout? I don't remember anybody looking for him. I feel like it was pretty, like Heat or Buzz. Like, that's what it felt like.
It was pretty written in the stars that it was going to be the Heat. I mean, I'm sure other teams had interest, but I think that's pretty much where we expected.
I can't remember any other team reporting. Yeah.
No. Kevin Love is not a regular season dude, but you want him for your playoff roster?
He knows to have around.
He know how to rebound. He know how to outlet pass like nobody else in life.
Had 3 in a row in a 2-minute stint.
Right. So it's like that's nuts in itself. So, but they're surprising. Like they out rebounding the fuck out of the Knicks. Julius Randle is just Knicks fans. To the Knicks fans that don't like Julius Randle, I understand why. And you have no argument from me. Like, I see why they do. I'm not talking about the ones that's not rational. I'm talking about the ones that really be watching ball. Like, the ones that dislike him, you have no argument from me. I see it. Like, he don't be aggressive enough. And then out of nowhere, he do some OD ass shit, like some moves that he shouldn't be doing. Like, he should just pass it out and reset. No, instead, like, he just keep going with being out of control, and then it's just something dumb.
You know what? He looks off a lot of open shots for players because he's in attack mode. He's gonna go left. He's gonna get to the cup.
He's not gonna stop.
I understand what you're saying. Like, he's a headache at times, but also he's still a 2010 guy every night.
Yeah. Like, if you don't like him, I understand why. You have no argument from me. So I understand that, but if you like him, I understand why you like him. So it's like one of those with him. But in order to win, like the Knicks going to win, you can't have your second best, or even if he's your first best player that you don't know. It's always 50-50. And
like, the 3-point tendency drives me insane with him. Like
why? He settled for threes so much.
That's where it is. It's the settling for you're holding it and your defender presses up on you and you still take a step back, or falls into your hands late in the shot clock and you don't even make an attempt to go towards the basket.
Yeah. And he's quick too. I don't understand why. He's quick.
Bro, he got a quick first step. He can get past you. That settling for a 3 in those situations, unacceptable. I understand.
It's so hard to reason.
There's gonna be some gripes with him, you know, and that's another thing. He's got the ball in his hands. He's not a true number one. Brunson came around, took the ball out of his hands a little bit, but still, he had that mindset past couple years being in New York. He's the guy. He's trying to be assertive, but sometimes you gotta chill.
It's so difficult too because he's just been so up and down. He had the great improvement year with the Knicks, and then he went back down and people got on him. He was
so bad. He was terrible last year.
And then this year he came back up, and now in the playoffs he's been back in that form of 2 years ago or last year, his middle down year there. So it's tough to get a read on him because you know there's a good player in there, but it's just like that next step for him is just finding that gear consistent. I mean, in the playoffs, it can happen. I'm not going to harp on it too much because in the playoffs, that can happen to superstars, stars. Like, it's difficult for anyone.
Yeah.
But you just got to find some consistency, especially on a team that the offense can be shaky at times.
Yeah. And in this series, it doesn't help that the Heat role players aren't missing. Like, they not missing shit in this series. Like, on the road, at home, it don't matter. They're not missing. So that's even tough for a team that don't shoot well at all from three. So it's tough. That's one thing the Knicks have to address this offseason is 3-point shooting badly. And do you want to keep Mitchell Robinson? I don't want to talk before we go forward. I don't want to talk like the Knicks are dead in the water, but 3-1 with this roster, I don't want to say curtains, but it's curtains for them.
I feel pretty confident about this.
Yeah, I feel confident. Like, even if they win Game 5, I feel like the Heat gonna close that shit out in Game 6. But I can very possibly see Jimmy and Spoe like talking to the boys like, listen, we're going to New York to win this series. We're not trying to have a Game 6. So I can see, of course the Knicks will probably come out hot, because they're at home trying to, extend the series. But I think the Heat will weather that storm and actually close it out.
Worst case scenario, and they come back and take it, they're not coming to us for receipts first. They're going to every other person with a platform that had a sensible mind and posting it. So we're all good.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. I think everybody in the I don't even think I saw anybody that said had the Heat winning this series. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't see too many people.
We thought the 3-point shot was just kind of a fluky thing, and it's been here for the majority of the series now. Yes. So Kyle Lowry's been doing his thing.
Yo, playoff Lowry. I was just about to say these role players like you were talking about.
He's playing some of his best ball in a Heat jersey.
God damn.
Caleb Martin's doing his thing. Mm-hmm. Gabe Vincent's doing his thing. Max Strus is doing his thing.
Everybody is. Everybody. Yeah.
So you know what? If the Knicks are gonna go out, I want to see D Rose get some PT.
Yeah, like
Fournier a shot. Like I need some shooting anyways. Put him out there.
I know Rose can play still. Like
I forget he's even on the team sometimes.
On the bench just chilling. Like I don't give a fuck if these. Like he could have went somewhere. I don't care if these guys like you like that. Like I get it, but you can still hoop. He ain't out here like I don't want to say Tristan Thompson. Like he's not a garbage player.
Hey, speaking of this, tell me why Cody Zeller is actually given some decent minutes.
Cody fucking Zeller. Why do I have like free agency thoughts? Like, oh, can Cody Zeller be on the Bulls one day? Like, can he provide solid minutes? Like, it's literally had me thinking.
They just needed a body, and they trade off Deadman,
and he's agitating the damn Heat like. I mean, the Knicks like crazy, like it's nuts. So,
it's gotta shave his head though.
It's gotta go.
Like that hairstyle, like I understand. Like you got to figure this shit out, bro. Just go ball.
Let it go, brother.
Let it go. But I think it's time for people to truly, please start. If you haven't, please start giving Coach Spoe his due. Like this man is he a top 3 coach in the league? And people be acting like he not.
I mean, people kind of hate on the LeBron years, so if they don't give Spoe some love for that. Whatever.
But still, they went to the finals. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Exactly.
Yeah, they still doing stuff after Bron left, bro.
Even a finals appearance is enough, but he's made the Eastern Conference Finals last year. He's probably likely to make it again this year.
Yeah. He's a damn good coach.
When the last time he won Coach of the Year? Did he even win Coach of the Year when Bron and Bosh and Wade? Was he? I don't even think he won Coach of the Year. Hey, I know Tibbs. Right. I know Tibbs won 1 year in that run.
He got like I think 11, 12 was Tibbs.
Yeah, something like that.
Or maybe 10, 11.
I think Doc got one in those years. Am I right?
He had a second place in 16-17 and a second place in 12-13.
So you mean to tell me this man has never won Coach of the Year, bro?
Let's go take a look at this year's voting.
That's
the 4 years they went to the finals with Bron, who won the MVPs? Like not MVPs, but the Coach of the Year. I know Tibbs got to be one because the Bulls was winning like 60-plus games every year.
Hey, man. So the Miami Heat won 66 games in 2012, 2013.
Yes, yeah.
This man got second place.
And George Karl took it.
George Karl?
He beat him by 210 total votes.
Who was he coaching? The Nuggets still?
That's the Nuggets thing. Yeah.
Come on, fam.
The Nuggets must hold up. Let me look.
I don't
the
Nuggets
went. That's a Melo year still.
They were still second in their division.
No, Melo was with New York by that time.
This was like the Iggy, Ty Lawson, Gallinari, Wilson Chandler. It's probably because
that was right after the trade.
It's probably because the team didn't have as much talent and they did well, but still.
Let me speak on that real quick though. Melo fucked up because he was a free agent. He could have just went to New York after that year, but he made that trade. And like you said, Gallinari got moved. Who else was like?
No,
there's some other players that got moved in that. And they could have been some nice pieces in New York.
But I did hear, I've heard that it was like some shit like Melo wasn't trying to force a trade. That was like the thing. Like it was like some shady shit going on. I've seen some shit recently about that. Like he wasn't trying to force a trade. Like he wanted to go to New York, but he wasn't trying to force it in the middle of the season. Like, he knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta find that shit and send it to y'all. Like, I saw that shit like, damn, I didn't even know that.
The other season,
but shit got ugly. Shit got ugly in the press, so it was like it just made it seem like he was.
The press,
The other Coach Spoe season was second place. He lost to a D'Antoni Houston team, but that was the year that Miami went 500. I think they went they had an insane post All-Star break stretch. Holy shit.
I was like,
they went crazy the second half. They had Dragic, Whiteside, Waiters, Tyler Johnson, James Johnson.
That year. I know exactly what
I'm looking at their little second half graph is on my screen on Basketball Reference, and I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 losses in their second half of the season.
No, yeah.
Deion Waiters.
Yeah,
this was
Deion fucking Waiters.
I think this might have been their first year post Braun, maybe. Post. I don't know. I think it might have been. It might have been the year when Wade went to Chicago.
It might have been.
It was.
Way down on the roster, yeah. It's crazy. Like, I don't want to spend too much time on the Heat, but it's like they rebuilt after losing Bron. Chris Bosh got hurt. I mean,
this was the Chris Bosh year too. Yeah, so they lost Wade and Bosh, and he still coached them up into a good team.
They're still doing their thing. The Cavs got good again only because Bron went back there, and they had a little fall off, and they rebuilt. But it was like, look how the Heat redid things, and Pat Riley and Coach Spoe just keep fucking doing it.
That's the thing is with the Heat. I understand a lot more. I can give the Cavs more credit, even though they had their spurts in the last two postseasons. They got back into contention and picked up talent so quick. But this certified Spoe and Pat Riley. I mean, you can still make your gripes about Pat Riley due to some contract stuff, and I mean, there's obviously limitations to why they're in this situation. But you can't doubt picking up guys around the margins and finding talent, and they've always been good at that.
Yeah, always. when you're good at finding talent, when you're good at finding talent, you're gonna be ahead of everybody.
And then you get these players like Jimmy who commit to that Miami lifestyle. You know, they come in, they put the work in, their bodies pause on the off season. They got the extreme. What is it like? Their little training requirements they got to hit, body fat, all that stuff. You know. It's a good place to go. So people want to go.
Are the Heat the Spurs of the East? Enough. That's what it feels like.
I saw someone say they are in a way where all the role players are about to get a bag and suck elsewhere.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Not too many. It's only a few players from the Spurs had to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody can't be good elsewhere, but.
But as far as the history, the coach, the Heat, Spoe, he's up there for our generation. He's got, like you said, he's got the chips, he's got the appearances, he's got the wins. He played with stars,
and he started so young.
Yeah,
that's another thing. Give him
he's still only 52.
The journey,
he is, and Spoe just looked like he be locked in all the time. He never looked like. Anxious, he gets mad, of course, who doesn't, but it's like he always looked calm, like he's just in control, like he always in control of shit. So, but now I think Knicks are done. Heat moving on. I'm gonna say they're gonna move on in Game 5. I think they're gonna win that shit. I think they're gonna lock it down in Madison Square Garden and wait for the damn Sixers and the damn Celtics. Man, that shit is. How y'all feel? Y'all think that's? Yeah, I know y'all know it's going to – I know y'all both feel like it's going to end, but do y'all think it's going to end in Game 5?
I'm unsure. I mean, it's been so tricky with the Knicks this series because, one, a lot of the games have just been, nasty basketball. There's, some really weird stints of it's just, you don't know what's going on. But it was already – they already played well enough without Randall, and then he came back and – Quickly was already playing bad, and he had the ankle injury. So it's tough to get some reads there with so much stuff going on, but also they did well with Quickly doing poor and Randall not even playing. So I'm just interested to kind of see where it goes from this. I'm kind of just counting them out at this point, and not trying to take too much from this series.
Like, I'm counting them out, bro. Like curtains, bro.
Nah, I got the Knicks coming out Game 5 big. They'll be at home. Garden will be going crazy.
Oh, you got them blowing these boys out the gym.
I'm not saying blowing them out the gym, but I got the Knicks in Game 5. They'll go back to Miami. The Heat will, they'll put the job on it, call it a series, but
put the pressure on.
I'm gonna give the Knicks Game 5 at home.
Okay. Well, we're gonna see when they gonna play again. Hey,
remember that,
Wednesday?
Knicks fans.
Yeah, the Knicks they gonna love you for that.
Cover my ass.
It's Game 5 on Wednesday.
I'd assume so.
Yeah, because they're not giving the 2-day break when you go to a new city. They're not on that shit no more. Yeah, they're not doing that. Yep. So
Wednesday.
So, yeah. All right. So we got that. We're gonna move on to this Lakers and Warriors. Lakers and Warriors are playing right now, which is a nasty ass game. It's tied 38-38 with like 4.5 left in the second quarter. But that benefits the Lakers, honestly.
There's been some weird games in this series too. Yes. I'm not gonna lie.
I was telling Zoe before you got on, before we even hit record, that I need the Lakers to win this game 4. Going back to San Francisco up 3-1,
especially.
Yeah, that is huge.
Don't go back 2-2.
No,
we saw what they can do with the Kings.
No, you don't want to go back 2-2. No.
They'll turn that shit on.
That. Yes, you don't want that. Going back to there, oh my God. Steph and them boys to be locked in, ready. So I want the Lakers to go ahead. I would love for the Lakers to win this shit in 5. Block me now on Twitter if the Lakers win this series in 5. Because you're gonna be sick. Prepare to be sick of me. I got screenshots of so many people picking the Warriors in 5, picking the Warriors in 6. Warriors can
take my safe in 7.
That's why the Warriors can technically still win in 6. Yeah, always. You picking the Warriors in 5, especially you motherfuckers out there. I'm coming for your head. The Lakers win this shit in 5. I'm telling you that shit right now because y'all clearly wasn't watching basketball. If you think anybody was gonna win this series in 5 from the jump,
I mean, it would either take AD having the best series of his life, and shooting 80% from the field for the Lakers to win in 5.
Yes,
or
from the jump, from the beginning,
the Warriors having the greatest shooting series of all time.
To win this shit in 5, to think anybody,
but they could do it. They could still fucking do it. That's the scary part. Shit.
Who still could do it? The Warriors?
Yeah.
Oh, winning 6? Oh, yeah, they can still win in 6.
I ain't counting out the Warriors until.
Oh no, I'm not counting.
They have 4 losses on the stat sheet. Always.
Yeah.
I need to see a picture of Steph in Mexico before I believe it.
Oh yeah. Now
can't get too loud about that team.
Twitter gonna get real nasty if the Lakers are up 3-1 because we don't need a reverse of Brian blowing the 3-1, which I don't think that we'll ever see that shit happening. I mean, I know we didn't think they was gonna come back and beat the Warriors down 3-1, but
why would you even put that out there right now?
Oh, I've been seeing it already.
3-1 is so difficult.
I've been seeing it today.
I've been staying off Twitter when these games are on. I'll put some tweets out, but I'm not looking. I'm not scrolling.
Yeah, when the Lakers, let me tell you something.
Oh my God.
When the Bulls and when the Bulls or Bron in the playoffs in the series, and that not even a series like especially the Bulls. If I know they can win that series, I'd be like, oh my God, I can't take this shit. But Bron, when he in a series, is like, I just gotta stay off Twitter.
It's already bad with the Lakers media attention enough because it's just nonsense that they talk about. It won't even have anything to do with what's going on.
Nonsense.
It really doesn't. The clips of LeBron running through plays after the game, like anybody, we just all watched it. Shit. You don't remember
someone made a good point. They're like, LeBron has done so much better things with this in his career. Why are we highlighting this?
Yeah, like the one he did. Like he had some impressive ones. Like damn, like But the ones he was doing, the ones he was talking about this time, and he wasn't even trying to like show off his knowledge. He was just talking. You know what I'm saying?
Could take like, a Lakers Twitter user who is locked into the game, and they could tell you a couple misses in a row or a couple good plays in a row.
Fuck? Like that wasn't that wasn't extraordinary. Like y'all said, we've seen Bron do that before, and he would do like long ass stuff. Like it wasn't just
he would do like a game like days ago.
Not even that game exactly.
Like, why is this? Y'all really just need the interactions. Like
when it's one game on, the whole world is watching, so we all watch the same thing at the same time.
Yeah, it's just been a tough read with this series because none of us are used to the play style LeBron's, and obviously he's aging, so you're trying to weigh in like what's his play style, what's him aging, what's his foot maybe. Like it's weird stuff to kind of weigh in, and obviously them being more of a defensive minded team, and then especially the series is AD is going to be the focal point for good reason.
Facts.
So it's just tough to get like an overall read game to game with that.
I know Brian was saying about this. He was saying how this series, he really is trying to, because he said he can get what he wants, but he's trying to see what he need to do in the second half. So he's like, I'm really just pacing. He said he in the mode where he just know how to pace himself to the point where he just take off in the second half. He's able to just take off in the second half. He gonna do some stuff in the first. So now I saw him say, I'm with you, Jonah. I was like, I didn't know how to read this dude, but hearing him say that, it's like, okay, I see what he's on. But it's still a weird, like off ball LeBron for a whole game is so weird. Him not, like when they get the rebound, or when he gets the rebound, he's passing it to Reeves, he's passing it to D'Lo. That's weird to see. Even Draymond is like, this is a different LeBron. Like, we're not used to guarding this LeBron. We don't know. He actually said it out his mouth. Like, they like trying to figure out this new LeBron.
Yo, someone made a good point. Go ahead, Zoe.
This is the LeBron that like we talked about some years ago, back when he was still in Cleveland, talking about, there's going to be a point where he's going to average like 20 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. And I know he just had 28 and 8. So I got me thinking, like, is this the new LeBron? And I know he can still turn it on. I'm never going to count King James out, but on a regular basis, this might be it going forward, where he's still gravitationally pulling players off so other people can still create. He can still get his, but he can tune in on that second half and just focus, turn it up.
Did y'all see?
I love to see that. I love to see that LeBron.
Oh yeah, did y'all see his sky hook tonight?
Yeah, that was a nice little.
First of all, yeah, it was. But you could tell, like, he's so locked in when he's in the post. It's like he can get what he wants in this series. Like, there's nobody truly able to guard him and AD on the Warriors. Like, and there's nobody truly can really guard Steph. But it's difficult when there's two people you can't guard. You don't know if they're locked in. You don't know what to do, and it's crazy. I'm actually surprised to see AD and LeBron playing like damn near elite level defense. Like they're
AD's been different.
Yo, and that shit been
the
crazy.
Blocks, the deflections.
Yes,
just the presence. We know he's gonna get there. Mm-hmm. He's gonna alter shots, but he's creating contact with these. 4 blocks last game, right? Like 5 another game. It's a show.
He's just been the deterrence. It's been I've been up and down on him. We've talked, this is like the fucking 5th episode in a row. We've talked about AD being a seesaw and how he's the X factor, yada, yada.
So annoying.
The thing about him is, even when he has those down games with mid-teens points, is he's been doing his thing defensively. And especially in this series, it feels super important for that to be on the Lakers side, because if they can get into that mode where it's just ugly basketball, you're going to favor favor the Lakers so much more heavy. So when they can just kind of get in that mode where it can just get a little sloppy at times and AD can roam around and do his thing on the defensive end of the floor, it points things in good directions.
I'm not going to lie. I know I've been on Darvin Ham all year. Rightfully so. But I will give him his props on his defensive adjustments and the way he's been doing and getting the looks he's been doing, like, I'm going to tip my hat to him because I would say this. I don't know how the fuck they're doing it, but outside of game 2, I can't remember the Lakers, the Warriors having a third quarter blitz against them.
No, it's been quiet.
Quiet.
The defense has been,
and that's helping them be up 2-1.
Clicking.
That's really helping them be up 2-1. And it's like, because not letting them get that damn third quarter blitz is key because that's what they're known to do. That's what they're known to do.
Out
so I don't know.
11-0.
It's scary. Like, of course, man. If the Warriors is one team. If you're not up 3-1 against them, it's scary. So you got to keep doing your thing.
Shout out to Klay Thompson this year for I remember the dialogue about Klay being cooked, Klay being washed, everything at the start of the year.
Yeah.
I understand if you're mad at him for him talking his shit because he went full overboard with that. But man, you got to still recognize that Klay is still he's still very good at basketball, and that very game good. 2 was he showed that. So it's been been so long since we'd seen him play. So
yeah,
just seeing him back and being able to get in that mode and how he just has such a kind of unique play style. It's really fun to key in on, but you need that consistency.
Yeah, no matter what he's doing on the defensive end these days, like whether he's, back up there as a top 2-way player or not, he can still shoot that thing.
He can still shoot that thing.
And he's going to let it fly.
Oh, yeah, every time.
He's going to let it fly.
And he need that much room. That much room.
He had 1-3 in the corner. He caught it right in the shooting pocket and got rid of it. I'm like, I don't know what you do about that.
You can't. There's nothing you can do.
Shit.
You just see that and you're like, damn.
You clip it and you teach it. Shit.
That's it. That's all you can do. That's it.
But I will say about Klay talking shit and stuff, and he's earned that with me. The shooting, the championships, his play style, being a 2-way player. Go ahead and talk. You can come off an injury and prove it.
No, I feel you on that.
Go ahead.
But my thing was, when him and Draymond was doing it, it was coming off as salty because you was getting your ass kicked. So when you get your ass kicked,
he did have a little too much against Triple J. I'll admit that.
It's like,
but Clay's always been kind of out there. He's a goofy dude.
Yeah, like you getting your ass kicked. Now you're gonna put up to 4 fingers. I get it, and I get it. I know them in Memphis have gotten this little rivalry. Can't say I cannot talk today. But
they go at it. These two teams go at
it. Yes, all the time. So I get it, but it got annoying for a while because I feel like Klay was doing it all the time. But Klay is still that guy. Klay, you cannot leave him open. You can't say he's cooked. People always want to say somebody's cooked after they have big time injuries.
You can't count these people out just because. What
give him a chance.
Give him a chance.
Hey, if Klay is shooting 2 of 15 on my team, give me that over a bench shooter because he's attracting so much attention. Oh, yeah. Like people forget stuff like that.
You should never want to leave him wide open.
Some of these injuries, like people are coming back just as good. Sometimes you gotta chill.
You gotta think it's 2023, man. God damn.
Like we see the Lonzo thing as an outlier now, and 20 years ago, some of the injuries we see now could be in the same situation as Lonzo. So, like,
imagine if KD would have tore his Achilles 20 years ago.
Even like to cross it over sports, look at Bryce Harper in baseball. He came back from Tommy John in 150 days. And is back out there. Like,
that's crazy.
And his swing looked mid-season form already.
What is going on now?
And shit. Oh my god.
He took off the brace, right? I saw that.
Did he? I don't know.
I thought I saw someone was like catch the difference between the two swings, like 2 at bats.
Oh, I'm gonna check that.
One was like a deep, I'll say
if you're good enough to be cleared to get put out onto the field, court, whatever you're doing, man, and have some impact.
Yep.
Everybody take it's crazy out here.
It really is. But it's this series has been fun. It sucked that this weekend was back-to-back blowouts. Like game 2, that shit was by the fourth quarter. It was over. And same with game 3. By the fourth quarter, that shit was done.
The less Tristan Thompson minutes, the better.
Exactly.
Facts.
You got Tristan Thompson out there, you're getting your ass kicked. Somebody's getting their ass kicked when he's out there. Hopefully the Lakers is blowing somebody out. And
so
that's
you're
why
hitting
he's
the
out
same
there.
emote every 2 minutes on the bench. Man.
Yeah. So I know me and Zoe sticking with our pick. Jonah, I know you sticking with yours was Warriors in 7, right? Hope we don't get that.
I'll stick with it. It's not too out of pocket, so I'll stick with my word.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not. It's definitely not out of pocket at all. That's definitely.
I just want some good games, man.
Yeah, right now it's halftime. Keep it 52-49 Warriors. Warriors must have won like a little run before halftime, but it's 3-point game. This it's not high scoring. That definitely is in the Lakers' favor still.
This minutes distribution real quick because I got some questions.
Bron's last shot right before half. I don't know what he's doing with these threes, bro. It's these threes killing me.
Interesting seeing Gary Payton slot into the starting lineup because the JaMychal Green thing was strange. I mean, it made sense because Looney was out, but they're clearly trying to. They obviously saw him as the next best option. It's just a weird matchup for them in general, but in theory, he can space the floor, but it's like.
Yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying.
This is when you wish you had Wiseman still, just as a body.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Great things about Gary Payton Jr. Good for him. Got the bag. Great. But right now.
You definitely need that. Like it's 2-3 rebounds in a series that'll fuck you.
Do they even have another backup big? Like Anthony Lamb was playing the 4.
Hey, I understand that like Kuminga has his issues, but please just like give him an opportunity.
Yeah, you got
to. The kid.
You definitely got to. That's the only way people are gonna get better. That's it. You got to play. So, I know I'm done with this.
And
go ahead.
Shout out Lonnie Walker. He's getting those Malik Beasley minutes I was hoping for.
What is going on?
They gave it to another wing.
What's going on? Like, why is he getting DMPs like this?
I don't even know. It's not a good look.
Malik something else.
Is it? Is it like a matchup thing?
Nah. I mean, he's still going to provide shooting.
He is.
They must weigh.
If it's not going there,
they must really weigh their defense a lot more than the chance of Malik Beasley having a good game, because if his shot's not falling, he's
a lot. He's
not very useful.
4-on-5, basically.
And at least Lonnie can play D. Lonnie can make some open shots if you need him to be left open. So I definitely
Lonnie adds a lot more rim pressure too. Because Malik is not going anywhere towards the rim.
Yeah, that's probably right. That's probably Ham is coaching. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Ham is coaching a good series so far. I'm gonna give him his props right now. I'm gonna give him his props.
I can't believe Rui's still out here shooting 55% from 3.
Rui, and the Lakers got him for nothing.
Rui was getting Kawhi comps on Twitter, y'all.
Oh my god! All right,
like,
cool it out,
you guys
Lakers. What Lakers super fan made that?
Yeah, tell me about it, bro.
Lakers super fans be on one, boy. I
could develop Curry's form and still shoot 12% from 3. What are we talking about? Come on,
pretty much. All right, pretty much. Man, well, I'm gonna stick in the West. I'm gonna go to this Phoenix and Denver series. Boy, have the Suns found something with point guard Devin Booker?
It's more like have the Suns found something without Chris Paul, to me.
I didn't want to go there, but let's go there then. I was saying the same thing without putting Chris Paul in it. So,
because I'm not gonna give that much shine to it's Chris Paul. It's Chris Paul list. You just pick up because I feel like Booker. I mean, he's a solid, playmaker in this little position.
He cool.
Yeah, he cool.
He decent.
But like you take Chris Paul out, these guys can get up and run. KD can push it. Booker's pushing it. Campaign little OC ass can fucking push it up.
Mm-hmm.
And the role players, they stepped up too. Terrence Ross was getting meaningful minutes.
Yep.
Knocking down shots.
Even just looking at the minutes from this last game 4, TJ Warren getting minutes, Landry Shamet getting more minutes. I mean, it seems like they're finally unlocking who they want to play this series, which seems really important because we talked about that heavily with Monty. Is like, who are we rocking with this series? Why are we still trying to find these combinations? And TJ Warren didn't really see much in that first series, and now he's getting 20. He got 20 more minutes than Torrey Craig last game, and got some buckets. Hit a timely bucket too late in the game.
Yeah, and this is what we were talking about. TJ Warren, like he's a viable option to get you a few buckets.
Yeah, like I don't understand what the hell they was doing in Denver. I don't understand. They look so lost in Denver. So we're gonna see. Is it like a for real home court advantage with them playing in Denver, or is it just a combination of them going back to Phoenix and not having Chris Paul available? It's like the Suns. If anybody can win a series playing ISO ball with two players, it's the Suns with KD and Booker. Them two can do it.
KD was for sure back in Game 4 also because he had some games where he had like the 39-point game and it was getting gassed up, and I'm like, let's throw this buzz to Booker, who had the great game, and KD, who went to the line 16 times and shot the ball like 32 times. Just looked off.
Yeah, give Booker some love on that. Don't take that shit from him.
Can't watch the box score.
But he's been getting his shot frequency up a little bit more, and I'm just interested to see a game when Booker has a down game eventually, how these Suns look. I really want to see like how much weight is he carrying with this efficiency. Because these aren't easy shots he's taking too.
No,
that's the thing that terrifies me.
It's
That's the thing.
He's working. He's working to get to his spot still. Like
he could definitely. It's
not easy for these guys.
He could have a terrible Game 5, and now we're gonna see KD. But now, damn, this is why people be on KD's head. Is he? They said that when he's on the Warriors, he was playing second fiddle. Is he doing that shit again with Booker?
That's what I said. Is he the second option?
I strongly believe that he's the second option on this team right now.
He's the second option again.
You cannot keep on telling me that KD is this and KD is that, and he keep going somewhere. He keep on being the second fiddle, man.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so they're gonna read. So we're gonna say, yeah, I know he got traded there. This is already Booker's team, but he not the second best player. They're not running shit through him. They're running shit through Booker.
I mean, let's see what it looks like going forward. But like right now, first half season together, yeah, it's still Booker's squad.
It definitely,
but going forward, I see it being Booker's team. KD getting older, he gonna just want his shots in his spots. You'll get what you get on the defensive end. He's still long. He'll still defend a little bit, but Booker's going to be the one pushing the squad going forward.
I think neither of them are like true three. Like, yes, they score at all three levels. I think Booker's definitely more of a 3-level scorer than KD is, because KD loves those little pull-ups every time he drives.
He don't go to the hole as often.
But just Booker being more dynamic on the ball and then having that be able to play off to KD and kind of capitalize on Booker's on-ball abilities seems to be a little bit more of a better equation in my eyes. I mean, and if it doesn't work, you just flip-flop it around, and it's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Bro, you really
That's the thing.
That is true. I ain't trying to start no nasty agenda. I just wanted to ask a question.
No, see, that's another thing. It's not a nasty agenda. I still got mad respect for CP3. That's still point guard to me. But it's just not the right fit sometimes.
No, it's not.
And I think,
and he's just
Booker and KD pushing these kids. Yeah, he's just not playing the same game as them. So that's all it is.
He's not. He slowed down way too much.
It's hard to accept the older players when they're still viable, but they're not like a great player. It's hard to see what their true value is when you're used to something prior.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Carmelo. I still wanted that farewell tour for him. We'll never get to see it.
We're never gonna see that shit.
Bugs me, man.
It bugs me too, because He's like, he might be. I think Melo is definitely a top 5 just pure scorer, and he's not gonna get the true flowers he deserves. And I get why he's not, certain things, but Melo, it just sucks, man, that he's not gonna get that tour. Cause he hasn't officially put his retirement papers in, but I don't think nobody's gonna pick him up, man.
Not at this point.
No.
And there's no point of him going to a shitty team. He'd probably want to play for a team that's actually solid.
Yeah. I know there was the rumors that's happening at the Knicks game.
Yeah, after he popped up, I was like, let me check out his stats again from last year. It was like 13, 14 points, almost 40% from the field, or 40% from three, like 4 rebounds.
Yeah, they couldn't
find nowhere for this man.
They didn't even try to run him back in LA.
Nah.
They didn't even attempt. And they were saying he was the Suns was looking at him when they got KD. That'd have been kind of cool to see.
Suns were looking for anyone.
They were.
Yeah.
They were definitely. They definitely
give me
were.
Melo fresh, then give me a Melo fresh, like no gameplay.
Yeah, I'm not trying to.
You got to make sure Melo's not getting mid post.
Yeah,
catches and jabs, and you're good.
No, I need Olympic Melo. Stay in that corner.
Hey, they're not playing Nigeria, so.
Nigeria.
You ain't lying.
No regard for Nigeria.
No, he not lying at all. That's some funny shit right there, boy. You hilarious. Oh my god. Who'd y'all have in this series? Did we all have the Suns, or did you pick one of us pick the Nuggets?
I had Nuggets in 7.
I had Suns in 6. I wasn't real secure in that pick, and I'm still, they could pull off 2 more wins in a row and end this shit in 6, but man, I don't know. I think this shit gonna end up going 7.
I see it going 7. Yeah, I was gonna say I see it going 7.
I want to see how the Nuggets can kind of bite back now, because they had that momentum, went back Phoenix. Now it's their time to show up, because I mean, Jokic had a ridiculous game last game. He had 53.
Yeah, that big ass 50-point game.
Yeah, Jamal had 28. Like, MPJ had a really down game, but being able to shoot 56% as a team, your star has 53, and the other team just happens to shoot 57 from the field and 45 from 3 on some volume.
You
can't do too much.
No.
Phoenix shot more threes than the Nuggets did that game and shot a better percentage, so we'll see.
Like it's going 7 for sure, though. It's definitely going 7. Well, we're going to do this last series. We got Boston and Philly. Man, the floor is y'all's, because this shit, I didn't get to see a lot of game 4, but what was y'all thoughts on this?
I missed game 4, too.
I missed the majority of it, but hey, man, if it feels like a lot of the same stuff with Boston from what I've been seeing. They have the tools to do everything in the world, and the disappointing thing is they can't always figure that out. Shout out to Harden for doing his thing. He's been in that AD category of a seesaw roller coaster, scoring-wise, but he was just ridiculous this last game efficiency-wise, and you have to win those games regardless.
No, yeah. My thing with the Celtics is they go from looking like a well-oiled machine to a goddamn AAU team that just threw players together.
That's facts. They do. Sometimes, like, it's like everything on their resume, going way back to like the Celtics Cavs matchups when like LeBron and Tatum matched up back then. I think it was like the second year.
Yeah,
like they just been slowly putting together a solid resume, and then they get to these times that you think that would show, and they just fall apart.
Like, y'all been in battles.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on here?
And we had expectations with them after the finals last year. That's like last year, it's like, okay, you made the finals. This is your first big run since that Eastern Conference year. I think it was versus the Cavs and LeBron that one year. So it's like, you got this really solid team put together. You made all your acquisitions, did the right things. Now you got to do what needs to be done. It seems like you got to make I hate the whole like ring or bust or make the finals or bust shit, but
yeah.
After going to the finals last year, I feel like they definitely have that pressure on them to at least get to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Put some pressure on, and just seeing them falter like this is difficult.
It's very difficult. Like I don't trust a damn team in the East right now.
No, at this point you can't, man. I mean, the Bucks are gone. Number 2 team Celtics, like we said.
Like I know the Heat are.
They could play 46 championship minutes.
And do we even trust a team confidently in the West?
I just think more than the East. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But of those matchups in the West, like, yeah, it could be any one of those 4.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, I definitely do. I think any team right now from the West that make it, I trust over any team that make it in the East right now.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you on that. But still, like, if you had to tell me to pick a team on either side that's going to make it to the finals, you could make an argument for every team, it seems like.
No, yeah. Outside the Knicks right now.
Which is fun.
Outside the Knicks, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
but that gives Miami some great praise because we're just putting them in that conversation of, hey, they done their thing. We will trust them.
They're literally a game away from the East Conference Finals. Like
we will trust them against either the Celtics or the 76ers, whoever that's going to be.
Coach Spoe? Boy, he'll coach circles around goddamn Doc Rivers.
And we've seen like these inconsistencies have just been weird with both. Maxey was really off this last game. They still overcame it. But, I mean, the consistent parts on the Celtics has got to be Brogdon and Jaylen Brown have really been doing their thing. But Marcus Smart's going to have his moments. That's just kind of his play style. That's how it is. Al Horford's going to do his thing, but Al Horford is getting up there.
He's Al Horford.
And then you look to Tatum.
I'm about to say, where the fuck is Tatum at right now? When are you going to bring him up? Go ahead.
It's just, it's weird with him. I mean, you see glimpses in his playoffs and you know how good he is as a player, but then when you see some more consistency of, I mean, he can still get you his 30 points, but how good are those 30 points going to be in the playoffs? Because obviously he's going to be taking more shots, but just some of the settling for jump shot stuff
Weird player.
The consistency throughout the game. He'll have like a really good first half, and then
go ahead.
Second half comes around. I forget what one of the games was. He had like 22 in the first half, and then second half rolled around, and he just, I don't know if it was an urgency thing or
he had 26 in the first half
and
then 13 in the second half. Like, you can't disappear like that. You got to put the foot on the gas.
Yeah, they should be
up 3-1. That's what superstars do.
Yeah, you up 3-1.
That's what superstars do.
Yeah, they should be up 3-1 for sure. You Harden gave us a performance like y'all shit the bed in game 1 without Embiid. Then you win the next 2, and then you probably should have won game 4.
Yeah, looking back to that game 1 is crazy.
That's. But then we said they're gonna fuck around and be tied 2-2 because they lost this game 1. And
it's that kind of game you look back on and harp on.
Yep.
It hurt.
Now y'all in a damn battle. Now you're in a battle.
Yep. You come out, you take care of business. You're not in this situation.
No, you're not.
There you go. Situation. There's that another point where they should have taken care of business. That resume should have shown, but they were fraudulent.
And I know
the word of the playoffs now, fraudulent.
Yeah, fraudulent.
Or whatever Twitter buzzword you want.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I didn't think that. I know they didn't think Harden was gonna get busy like that in game 1, but still, like, what the fuck?
I'm starting to understand the people who wanted to trade either Tatum or Brown, because it seems like one of those two is going to let you down. And I'm starting to lean more with Jaylen Brown. Like, he's more consistent in his play.
Oh yeah, I thought you were
on top of that,
you down.
No, unfortunately, the Duke boy Jason Tatum let me down.
Yes,
like Tatum, He's gonna get you those 30. It might not be the most efficient, but Brown's gonna get you his 25. He's gonna play both ways.
Consistently.
Every night. Every night. So we'll see how long they keep it rolling. I think it can work at some point, but you start to see they got all these pieces. They gotta get some results.
They do. They definitely gotta get some results. I don't know what. And remember, I don't know. I remember I asked y'all about this in the playoffs when the Celtics get there. Is Missoula going to get outcoached? Is he going to have the right adjustments? I'm not going to throw everything on him because the players still got to play, and they just, even against the damn Hawks, they look like. And I'm trying to think. I can't even think of a moment where I was like, Jason Tatum is really the best player in this series. In the last series and this series, I have not thought that once. That's a problem. That's a problem.
Taking that step, it is.
That's a huge problem. What year is this for him? How old is he? 25?
25 or 26. Shit, he might be 25 still.
Jason Tatum is 25 years old.
Goddamn.
And we'll pull up his
We've been talking about him for 7 years.
And look, listen, he's been in enough playoff battles to be taking another step. I'm sorry. This is why you can't. This is always go back to my superstar situation conversation. This is why you can't always say somebody is a superstar right away. You cannot.
84 playoff games in his career.
84 fucking playoff games, bro.
By 25 and counting.
And counting,
like, bro.
That's
a season vet. You should be closing.
That's
these
a
teams
season.
out.
Yes, bro. You should not be. We should not be having this conversation about it. It should not be. Damn, is it Tatum or is it Brown? It should definitely be.
The thing is these shooting percentages. These shooting percentages don't even look bad. It's just that sense of urgency that, like, you got to get your shots up.
With Tatum, you gotta look deep. You gotta look deep with Tatum. Like, when was he making these baskets? When was he? You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to pull up the Booker comparison because the Booker comparison is stupid. But I'm gonna compare it in basketball terms. Mm-hmm. Look how Devin Booker is more. He has more urgency. He's not afraid to take those contested looks. I mean, a lot of those contested looks do come closer to the basket than Tatum is, but you have to have that sense of urgency to get yours, regardless of, obviously Booker's doing this more too because he has less pieces around him. There's more trustable players in Boston, but still, if Tatum can get going doing that, it only opens up more for his teammates. Yeah. So I don't see a downside of it.
And I'm glad you said that. His contested shots be 30 fucking feet away.
Yo, like, he falls in love with the little sidestep three, his little Euro step finish.
Yeah.
Like, is his bag just not that deep either?
Like, I'd rather you take a contested shot like 15 feet away. Your mid-range, because you got a good chance of making that shit. But to do with a hand in your face 30 feet away all the time is just, that shit is silly in the playoffs. Just silly.
I hate when guys settle too because it seems tough for rhythm. Like, I get on Anthony Edwards about this all the time. I hate when he starts out games shooting because you start out slow with that. It's going to affect everything else with your game. If you can get downhill to start the game or find some rhythm, it's only going to open things up for you more often. So just being able to unlock things for the rest of your game and find that consistency. But I'm just really excited overall to watch this Game 5 since we got a little 3-game mini series, best of 3.
Man, that shit gonna be this Sixers-Celtics series have became like, yes, I feel less, confident with the East team each time a game come on, but this series is still interesting because this is not a foregone conclusion that the Celtics is gonna win this shit. Like, they can still lose this shit, bro. They can still lose.
One thing that's funny about the Sixers is backup center spot is not a strong suit. We talked about it with Montrez being on the team, not doing anything. Paul Reed is serviceable, but he's undersized and his rebound, like, the energy is awesome.
Yeah,
he's gonna give his all. He's gonna screen every single opponent on the floor, but it is ridiculous how much impact Embiid has by just standing on the floor.
Just standing.
Man,
he doesn't have to
category.
He doesn't have to jump. He doesn't have to put in a ton of effort. Just being able to take up space in the paint helps them out so much.
Yeah. And I think within the next 2 games, I think Embiid is going to have a nuts-ass game. He's still getting himself back in basketball shit. He was missing. What, he missed 2 weeks? Week and a half? It's going to be his third game back? Yes.
Yeah, third game back.
Third game back.
About a week.
So I think Embiid is going to go nuts. I feel like he's going to snatch one. I think this shit going 7. I had Boston in 6.
Doing his thing.
Yeah, this shit going to go 7. I think this is definitely going 7.
I still got Boston in 6, but it'll be interesting to see how Doc comes out and attacks
fucking
the game.
Fucking Doc.
I know, and I'm a Doc hater. I straight up am.
Yeah,
this man is
absolutely. I'm going down that. I'm gonna die on that hill. On that.
He got the chip off the big 3 and been riding that shit.
Yep, and that was Tibbs. That was probably Tibbs who did that. Yeah. He was on that coaching staff.
The defensive, so I need Doc to outcoach Missoula the rest of the series.
Yes,
but I still think Boston's gonna win. But I need to see something from Doc.
Yeah, Boston is 7. I think now I'm changing it from Boston 6 to Boston is 7. I don't know. Am I allowed to do that? It's my show. Well, our show. So I'm changing it. Boston 2. Boston is 7. Boston is Boston. Right. You know what I'm saying? Boston is 7. Goddamn it! Fuck it. I think that's gonna happen now. I just don't like how they look. I just don't. And Boston does not want to play Miami. They do not want to play them boys.
Who are our X factors for this series?
For the Sixers and the Celtics? Maxey.
I like it.
If Maxey
got to play better.
Maxey play better, they can fuck around and shock the world in 7 for sure.
It's crazy that Embiid has this knee injury, and I still feel more confident in him than anyone else on the team, just because he could take up space and he'll get his 25 points and he'll do his job. Where we saw the Harden in 2 games, which scare me. Which, I mean, you just want consistency. It doesn't have to be this explosive game. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, but just him being able to get his buckets. So then you can I mean, if you're focusing in on the Maxies and Tobiases, you can live with that a little bit more if you're Philly.
Yep.
No, yeah. It's just crazy how players like Harden just don't play good in the playoffs. And he has good games where it's not important. Like, he have a great-ass game 1, a great-ass game 2, or maybe a great-ass game 3. But when it starts to become, like, they can eliminate somebody or he's going to get eliminated, that dude be at home still. Like,
did you guys see game 3?
Still be at home. Like, what the fuck? I saw some of it.
Harden was just so out of it that game.
Bad. He looked confused.
He was so hesitant to find, like, he'd have a wide open floater and he'd kick it out to the corner where it'd be a deflection or something. He just looked so off.
Yes.
After that game, and then he bounces back to this mode. So
it's just crazy how Harden, his whole career has been like that. Like, well, I won't say his whole career, from Houston on.
Yeah, but you can see some, now that you mention it, I'm like, James Harden has had some issues closing out. We all know about the 27 misses in Houston.
The closeout.
Crazy.
He's always going to be good. He's always going to be good in the opening series. There's no pressure on anybody. Game 1, you're trying to fill each other out. So it was kind of on brand when you think about it that he went off in game 1 against the Celtics.
But it's crazy how that seems like we're not that far from him being that player, which is crazy. And it's wild how adjusted we are to him being so much more of a playmaker now.
Yeah.
How much that has adapted.
Yeah, we don't expect him to come out and he might not even touch 30 points. 20 points, 12 assists. That's the James we've been seeing for a while. And he put us to sleep. So he came out and dropped the 40-piece and everyone woke up. It happens.
It does.
I think as far as X factors, I'm going to keep it with the coaches in this one.
Okay.
Like y'all said, it's 2-2. I need these coaches. Y'all got the best 2 teams in the East still. Like, let's see what the coaches got. We know what the players been doing. Strategize.
Okay.
It's hard to beat a team 4 times. Strategize.
It definitely is. That shit is hard. I definitely go with you on that.
I think for sure our eyes are on Tatum too. That's kind of obvious, but that's the thing that stands out with Boston because I believe that Tatum is a better player than Jaylen Brown, and I want to see more. I want to see a lot more of that.
Agreed.
So,
agreed.
It'll be more. Agreed. It's more fun when you get deeper in these series, and you can kind of key more in on one player for different possessions. You don't have to watch the teams as much. Just kind of see how those things go throughout the game. I think this series and Phoenix and Denver really stand out to where there's still a lot of. I don't think there's as much uncertainty with Denver just because this is new to us in the playoffs because they took care of business in the first round, and now we're seeing more of what they really are, what's going on. So,
okay,
we already had our questions with Philly and Boston, and they had their. I mean, it's very similar with the 76ers. They got through their first round like Denver did, and now we're kind of figuring out more about them. In Boston, they had some little rocky road, and now we're trying to see what they're on. So
yeah, absolutely, I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
it's been. This shit is interesting. This is why we love basketball. We didn't think it was gonna be like this, but I'll take it. I'll take me a long series.
Yeah.
Even if it's bad games. Give me towards the end of the series and I'm locking in.
Yes, absolutely.
Nah, don't give me no shitty game 7. Fuck
no,
that.
Hell no. I hate that.
You gotta show up then.
Yes,
show up then.
Exactly.
I hate a shitty game 7. Oh my god, that shit is the worst, man. But y'all got any more thoughts on one of these series before we have some fun? Before we get up out of here?
Maybe on Denver, Phoenix. Maybe the home court advantage thing does play a part. Denver, the atmosphere shit. It's to a point where I'm afraid to go to Denver because I'm afraid like I won't be able to breathe until a few days in.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe no one ever thinks of this because it's only really with Denver as far as that atmosphere.
Yeah.
But people got to think about that shit. It's hard to breathe up there.
That is true. And there's nothing you really can do to prepare yourself for that when you only been up there a day. Then you got to play a game.
Right.
You really can't prepare yourself for that. But I'm with you on that. It's definitely something to look at because, like, they went back to Phoenix and then, Chris Paul, too. So it's like a factor. Like, you at home and you ain't got him. So we're going to see. You're not going to have him in game 5 and he'll be back in Denver. Yep. So it's going to be interesting to see. Real interesting.
I got one more Denver piece.
Go ahead.
I saw someone say that Jokic will be facing a misdemeanor 3rd-degree assault charge if that happened in Denver because it wasn't with a chair. But
yeah. Hey, speaking of that, the NBA is turning to the damn WWF. My man's flopped so hard. The damn owner.
I've never seen an owner flop.
Come on, fam.
Hey. Everyone's trying to get the bag.
If I was an average Joe rich guy, I wouldn't give a shit. I still don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. That shit was hilarious.
They're talking more about that than the damn game.
Yeah, like, come on, man. I'm tired of seeing this shit. Like, we're done talking about it. Like, we saw what happened.
They even started talking about Tom Izzo. I'm like, why the fuck I got to hear about Tom Izzo?
Yeah, like, this shit is going to be ridiculous, but...
I muted all the aggregator Twitter accounts, your NBA Centrals, your Hoop Legions, all of those are muted for the rest of the playoffs because they ain't talking basketball.
The dumbass questions they be asking.
Oh, man, it's bad.
It's so bad. It's so bad. But, all right, man, it's going to be fun the next week. What we got? The next week we can have some series over with by the time we get back on here.
Yes,
so that's gonna be fun. But I want to have some fun with y'all before we get up out of here. But 2 questions. Do you prefer ESPN or TNT commentators or analysts you have?
Let me go pull up the names.
Who y'all prefer? You like watching games on TNT or you like watching ESPN/ABC? Which ones do you guys prefer watching your games?
I don't like either halftime.
Jonah be hating on the halftime.
Who's on ESPN halftime? You don't like TNT?
No, they talk about shit that's irrelevant.
No one does a analysis.
They got Chris Tucker out here doing dances. I want to talk about basketball. What are we doing?
Look, I'm not gonna lie.
He came out to promo the movie and ended up doing a Michael Jackson dance. Like, I'd be mad too.
No, look, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even watch the halftime shows, but I watch the TNT, you know, inside the NBA shit after the games. But as far as games, I think I enjoy TNT with Jimmy Jackson.
I like Jim Jackson. Yeah.
Stan Van Gundy. I like him too. I don't
like Stan.
I like Stan more.
Stan be talking crazy at times, but he has some fun little. He's got some fun little sarcastic jokes here and there.
He be nuts sometimes, but I enjoy.
I like Iron Eagle a lot.
I will say this on ESPN side, of course. Doris Burke is definitely up there. We love her.
I thought, Doris a given.
I'll never understand the Doris. There's too much Doris hate on Twitter. I don't know why.
There's Doris hate on Twitter because
she's a woman. People hate on Doris.
It got because she's a woman. It got to be.
That's what I was thinking, low-key.
Yeah, but it got to because she's a woman. Because she be straight on. She be spot on with her analysts. I'm not fuck all them. Fuck them. We got Doris Burke. We got you like Mark Jackson?
I like Mark Jackson. Let me get Mark and Jeff on the call. I'll listen.
You like
and
Jeff?
I'm usually.
Oh man, Jeff is annoying as fuck.
Sometimes. I like Mark bullying Jeff.
Okay,
Mark be cracking jokes on Jeff.
He does.
You guys like Mark Jones?
I do. Listen, look, I do.
He got some crazy bars.
This is how I started liking him even more because on Saturday during football season, him and RG3 do Big 12 football game, and they are perfect together. Yo, they are so good. So I kind of started liking Mark Jones a little bit more for basketball as well.
They did a cast the other day where on ESPN where it was JJ Redick, Ryan Ruocco, and Richard Jefferson together. That was an interesting group.
That's interesting.
I was about to say RJ. I
like RJ if he's not like a main guy. If he's adding some commentary, I like it. But I don't like when he's like a lead analysis guy.
I do. Now, back when he had his podcast, I would listen to that shit all the time. RJ funny as hell.
But no, I listened to him with I listened to Road Tripping with him chanting an old girl. I can't think of her name.
Road Tripping.
I still listen to them.
Allie Quigley.
Yeah. I listened to them three.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I still do. They still got some good shit. I still peep them. But I like TNT. I think I like TNT commentators more than ESPN. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Iron Eagle got that recognized. Kevin Harlan, man.
Kevin Harlan.
Oh, God.
My dog.
Yes.
My dog.
TNT is, I think TNT might be superior when it comes to ESPN/HBC got some good ones, but TNT
They got Mike
superior.
Breen in their bag, but Kevin Harlan.
Yeah.
Kevin Harlan adds, he's got it all going.
Didn't Kevin Harlan used to do like the 2K or not 2K NBA Live dunk contest?
He's been all. He used to be. I think he was the Wolves announcer when they first became a franchise. I know he's been all over the place.
He has. No, he's been good. I definitely like him as well.
Recognizable ass voice.
I would love to hear Doris Burke during the finals, but I know we're always gonna get Breen, Van Gundy, and Mark Jackson. But I would love to throw in Doris.
She needs her own little, like they gave Stephen A little show, just like Peyton Manning. Y'all see that?
What?
Yeah, they gave Stephen A his little show like Peyton Manning, so he had a few guests come on, did some interviews.
He's on ESPN too during games usually.
Yeah. Give me something like that.
So he got like what Eli and Peyton got during Monday Night Football. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know he got that.
Let me get that with Doris and some good guests.
I would love that shit.
I'll listen to that shit
all day long.
Speaking of announcers, can we talk about how damn good the WNBA's production is for games and women's basketball? Like,
it is.
They break down the game better than they break down the men's game and actually talk about what's going on, and they have so much knowledge.
Yeah.
Like, I love watching the WNBA broadcasts.
You know, they do real good. And speaking of them, old girl, that fucking move that she did this weekend.
Diamond?
Yes.
That was cold. Like,
first of
Had
all,
two
like
people crash into each
that was
other.
like a vet, right?
Oh my God.
The little half spin fade. That was cold.
I don't give a fuck if it was a preseason game. A move is a move. A move is a move.
Hey, you can be a top pick. You can be a first-round pick in the W draft and still be fighting for your spot. You still got to show out.
Yes, and that was a hell of a move. I just want to get y'all takes on this. I know Zoe don't fuck with Hubie Brown at all. I don't know about you, Jonah, but I know Zoe don't fuck with Hubie Brown.
Respectfully, he's got to go spend some time with his grandkids.
Exactly. It's respectfully. I know Hubie Brown's put the time in. He's got the resume. Yes. But as far as commentating a full 2.5 hour game, he can just sit down.
You guys remember Marv Albert during the COVID games where you could hear him like breathing in his mic?
Yeah.
The Nets Bucks series, bro.
Yeah, don't do Marv like that.
Hey,
breathing.
Marv is definitely my childhood.
Look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, Marv is definitely my childhood. He did all the NBC games, all the playoff games. He was always doing the Bulls games. But it definitely was time for him. It's definitely time for Hubie Brown to not do this anymore. I know ESPN can get somebody. Like I'm good on him, but
shout out to Brian Anderson. He's doing the game tonight. Okay. Brian Anderson.
Oh yes, he is good. Him and
then he does the Brewers games too.
Oh,
I like listen when I'm watching MLB TV. I like to tune into the Brewers games because
I don't have MLB TV no more. They lost their contract with YouTube TV, so I don't see those games anymore. But speaking of baseball, I didn't know baseball games was on NBC now on the weekend. I had no idea.
Yeah, bro.
I had no idea they had you don't know that shit either.
I don't know. Hey, talk to me in June, bro. Talk to me in June.
Oh my God, this guy! I had no idea they was on. I was on channel on NBC. That was shocking. But baseball need that type of shit though. You need to be on Apple Plus. Ooh. You need to be on NBC. You need to be on all this shit. Trying to grow
very
shit.
Tough.
Oh yeah,
right?
Very tough.
Ooh.
Ain't nothing you can do with. Ain't too much you can do with Buddy.
Ooh. No, hey, shout out Adam Amin. Adam does the Bulls
He's all
games.
over the place.
He does NFL.
Everywhere.
He does MLB.
Yes.
Adam Amin is
all over the
good.
Place.
And like he just came to Chicago a few years ago, started doing the Bulls games. Like, Buddy is solid.
No, he is. I fuck with him. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not a fan of Stacey King.
What?
He is too much of a homer, bro. I can't take it. I cannot take it.
All right, okay.
And I'm gonna tell you something.
Like him either.
If the Bulls is on, the local Chicago channel or ESPN or TNT, I'm going to that broadcast every time.
That's my favorite thing about having league pass is by the end of the year, if a game's on, you know which announcing team you're gonna choose or which graphics you like.
Yep.
Like I really like the Blazers broadcast because they show really good information on their broadcasts and stuff. But by the end of the year who you're rocking with.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Stacey King like that as a commentator. It's too much. It's so much. He's so much of a homer. Every commentator is going to be a homer, but his shit is like through the roof, right?
Blatant.
It really is.
He represents
Chicago all the way.
Yeah, he represents the Twitter Bull fans, hands down. He 100%. Talks for them. He talks for them
on television for us. Man of the people.
Yes, it's annoying. But that was a fun. I thought that would be fun with y'all. It was one more thing I saw. Who was the best coach left in the NBA playoffs?
I saw this on Twitter as well, and I feel like we can come to a consensus here.
Yep. Go ahead and say it.
Eric Spoelstra.
I'm about to say, if he say Doc Rivers, I'm like, boy.
Ain't no fucking way.
I think he's. Is Kerr second?
That was the only person I thought you could put up against Spoe.
Those two. Yeah. I think it's those two in a series. Even though Darvin Ham is doing his thing defensively, but it's going to be Spoe Kerr for me as well.
I still have my gripes with sometimes Steve Kerr's minutes, how he operates, or who he puts in the rotation. Yeah, but sometimes it's just kind of dealing with the hand that you got, or it's I mean, he's done enough with implementing the system that he's
yeah.
had so much success that you can't really care about. You can't nitpick it.
No. Imagine if he would have took the job with the Knicks. Kerr will be back on TV now. Yo,
that's why.
Kerr will be back on TV right now if he took that job with the Knicks.
With Kerr, like, how much is it he is a good coach versus how much is it the team? Because we saw, what was it? What's buddy's name? Luke Walton came in. Awful. They were still winning with Luke Walton,
but they still had the system in place.
Yeah,
he just had the.
That's what I'm. But and then how much do we credit Mark Jackson?
But I'm that type of guy. But I think every coach gonna need guys. Phil needed guys. Pop needed guys.
They're gonna have a successful coach with a shitty team.
Yeah, Pat Riley needed guys.
But Luke Walton.
Hey, I don't know. I just got my questions with the war. You could probably take a lot of assistants and put them in the seat of a well-oiled machine, and you just gotta do substitutions and call timeouts for the most part, and maybe make some late game calls. So
I'm gonna just always have my little gripes with the Warriors.
No, I feel you.
My little gripes, my little hate. It is
rightfully so. Rightfully so. I think assistant coaches definitely need to start getting more respect because for me always, like Tex Winter always need credit when it comes to the Bulls and the Lakers. He is the mastermind of the damn triangle. He did everything. Phil Jackson was just like the puppeteer of everything. How we gonna do this? But assistant coaches need flowers. Yeah. They need flowers.
This is why we need to pay more attention in the media to the nerdy X's and O's shit, because it will eliminate so much dialogue. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. I saw someone talking about the other day. Oh, what's his name? They're talking about some old. Fuck, what was his name? Alvin Gentry.
Oh God.
Yes. They were saying he was super responsible with the Warriors unlocking Draymond Moore as a passer and stuff like that. And it's like some of this stuff you'll never know if it's not accessible or people don't put it out there. So
people don't
stuff
realize
like that.
People don't realize what assistant coaches really. No, they are very, very, very important.
I've seen Suns fans talk about Willie Green after he left and how Monty's been, and they're trying to weigh in like how much was he helping out there, stuff like that.
And the thing is, and it just helps. And you see, like, I think Alvin Gentry had that one good year with the Suns, but he don't have great teams when he goes somewhere. Or Luke Walton, he's on the damn bench now for the Kings, is that right? And he assistant coach for the Kings or some shit. I think he's just where he is, right? Assistant coach. I feel like I've seen him.
He's with the Cavs.
That's why I've seen him.
But he was the head coach. He was the head coach of the Kings for a little bit.
I knew I saw him on the sideline this playoff. I just didn't know what the Kings or who it was. But he's an assistant coach again, and which is good for him. Everybody can't be a head coach. Head coach, that shit is difficult. It's going to
allow so much more baggage.
So much more.
You start to think about the coaching trees of some of these head coaches, like Bud's coaching tree. Like, how many people came from his staff?
And Bud's coaching tree goes back to Popovich.
Yep.
Like, it's just an extension of all these greats at some point.
Yeah. And speaking of Bud, when do they
bye?
Bye. It should have happened before, but I don't know why people are so shocked that I saw people they were shocked that he got fired, which I didn't understand. But how long before they announce a new coach? I mean, they can take their time, really. The draft is next month, so you can take your time with it. But I'm pretty sure they want to lock this shit up before, the end of May, I would assume, or beginning of June.
Personally, I'm more worried about what's going on with the team than the coach right now. But
the team is weird. It did seem flawless. I ain't gonna lie, but it definitely got issues for sure.
And Brook Lopez is a free agent. Let me go pull up this cap sheet.
They got some 30-year-olds to pay. Middleton's got an option.
Yeah. Yep. What's Holiday's contract like?
He has one more year and then an option.
A player option? A play. Oh, I heard that. I didn't hear that. I did see that. I didn't know.
Yeah.
You never know what's true or not. You got to click on shit. When people retweet shit, you got to click on articles. You got to do your own. You got to do your own Googling. Like, it's just like that shit I put in the group chat last night with D-Lo. I say, I know for a fact D-Lo ain't say this shit.
That article caused chaos on my timeline to begin with.
I said, I know
I'm glad I didn't
see this shit. I know he didn't say this shit.
Ever since we traded him, I have muted every single thing possible related to his name because people talk about it nonstop already.
Yeah. It's woo.
It's been a lot. Like, which D-Lo is your favorite D-Lo? I'm like,
yeah.
This is how deep we're getting in the D-Lo.
I'm not gonna lie. But us doing this podcast now, like sometimes on Twitter, I go see what other team fans are saying on Twitter. I'd be like, holy shit! The conversation that go on in certain teams' community on Twitter, I'd be like, why is this even a thing?
The group think is crazy.
Why are y'all talking about this? Like, what is going on? Or you don't realize the players people don't like on teams. You'd be like, what the fuck? So it's nuts. Like, and the Timberwolf conversations is just amazing.
Yo, my Timberwolves stuff has now jumped into Jazz stuff, and it's like,
yo, this shit is ugly.
Any team that was associated with the Timberwolves, now I'm getting shit.
Yes, any team that's associated. Oh my god, I didn't know it was this nasty. I had no idea it was this nasty over there. I had no idea. It is.
I like to stick to my own fan base. We got enough crazy people in Bulls Twitter, and
I've been very still on read and react with your team. That's always the best way to do it.
I'm already seeing ugly, nasty agendas about Bulls going to get Dylan Brooks. That's what fans say that's what the Bulls need.
Stacey King said he would say.
What did I just say? Yeah. We don't need a Dylan Brooks. That is not our problem in Chicago with the Bulls.
You big mad shit.
Is that our problem?
We really don't want Dylan Brooks.
Do we need Dylan Brooks in Chicago? This has nothing to do what just happened. That has nothing to do. What our team builds, the Bulls don't need him right now.
Give me Marshawn Brooks. I don't need Dylan Brooks. No, I'm straight.
Marshawn.
Do you guys remember when a trade went down and they didn't know it's Brooks? They had to clarify.
Yes, bro. That shit was wild. Like, what the fuck? Didn't somebody else get traded here and was like, I'm not playing for the Bulls? Who was it?
J.R. Smith.
Oh, yeah. That was another one. He's like, I'm not.
I was really hoping he was just coming like.
Yeah, me too. But
I forgot about
shout out PJ Marshawn Brown. Brooks is a fucking name. That's the name I haven't heard in a long. That man used to wear arm sleeves on his legs and shit.
It was all hell.
He had
like Justin Holiday.
He would get. Oh my god, that was your man. That was your man's. Bruh. Justin Holiday. Hey, y'all don't know. Zoe had a run of like a whole
crazy
season.
Role players.
He was just running into random ass Bull players and random ass players. Remember that?
Bro, I met.
Hey, look, that's how random it be.
Jerry and Grant at Panda Express. I met Gerald Green in a Walgreens.
Yes,
no pun intended.
What was the white dude?
Chandler Hutchinson.
Yes. No, it was a white dude. It was a white dude.
Zaza Pachulia in the grocery store in Milwaukee.
No. What was the white dude you ran into? I'm like, who is that? And you told me his name.
Ooh, Nate Walters.
Was it Zipser?
No.
Was it Zipser?
Zipser.
I met Zipser. Yes, I met Zipser too.
I said, who the fuck is that? He texted me that. I had no idea. That could have been a random ass white dude walking down the street. I would have no idea who that was.
Okay. I went to lunch.
He was probably just
the
as
Bulls
surprised
were
as you were.
The Bulls were just like leaving to go to O'Hare, right? And I saw Bobby run into the bus, and I'm like, "Yo, I want to just go say what's up. Tell him appreciate you knocking out Mirotic. Got that first round pick for us." But I just missed his ass. I just missed him.
Oh shit, that is funny as hell. Running into random ass players is always hilarious. Like
I met Tobias Harris once in college. Like right after he got
Bucks
traded
legend
to Milwaukee, bro. Funny. He straight up hit us like someone was like, "Y'all gonna make the playoffs?" He's like, "Nah, we ass, bro." Like just straight up.
Oh shit!
Just straight up.
Kept it a buck.
It's fucking hilarious, man. I think he was like 22, 23. Like,
I was not
no
expecting that.
then.
There was nothing.
Your average person doesn't even know he played
nothing
there.
gonna prepare me for that response. You just
fucking.
You didn't start singing no role models?
Yo, that is insane, bro. That is all the way nuts. That is so funny. Running to random ass players is so funny. I don't know if I have a story that's that funny. Of meeting a random ass player. Like that.
Mine's just been outside the tunnel after games.
That's meeting random ass people. I think my random is when we got to meet players from the Aces. Me and Zoe. That was random as fuck because we were just leaving the game and we was like, that's a bus.
Yo, biggest fucking security threat, yo. Why the fuck can we walk up to the bus after the game? This is not
walk up the stairs, look around.
That should not happen. We walked out the stadium around the corner and their bus was right there.
Right there.
And we was like, oh shit. That was the most random.
I was like, yo, the 4 people you got out here, we could take both. Like, we good.
No problem. They're not gonna do anything to us. So that was hilarious.
Luckily we're upstanding citizens and didn't want nothing, but a good memory. But shit.
I tell you, I do have a random ass encounter. We were in a River North area. We went to Shake Shack. I was going in to get some Shake Shack, and 2 tall ass motherfuckers walk in. It was Jermaine O'Neal and Al Harrington. So me being me, I knew these dudes. So they knew I gave them I say what's up. They knew I knew who they were. But I can tell they just got done with the big 3. They want to get some food.
Yeah,
they ain't trying to have it was packed up in there too. It's the summertime. All they're gonna do is stop them from getting their food. So the funny thing is, it's not for me, it's another kid. A kid is in there, he was like, so y'all play basketball? He had no idea. He's like, y'all play for a college team or something? And Al Harrington like laughed, looked at him like, he was like, no, he looked at him like, nah. And he was like, no, we just played for the big 3. The young man had no idea what the fucking big 3 was. And I didn't take a picture with Al Harrington or Jermaine O'Neal, but it was just like, I say what's up to them. I ain't trying to blow their cover. I know I know who y'all are, but I ain't gonna fuck y'all, afternoon up because it's hella people in here who gonna just know you're not gonna get your food today if I say what's up. But I think it was hilarious that this kid had no idea who these 2 dudes were.
Yo, these kids don't know.
They're just going up to every tall black guy asking if he plays basketball.
Shit, they might as well. These kids don't have NBA hardwood classics. They don't know what the fuck these people are.
This is a funny thing. Me growing up, if I want to know shit from the past, I had to hope somebody had a tape or some shit for me to see or something like that. Now, kids don't be knowing who players are, and y'all got fucking Google. You got YouTube. How you don't know who people are? So I get it. Like, you may not know who Al Harrington or Jermaine O'Neal is.
If you play 2K, you know who Al Harrington is.
But Al Harrington,
he's a bucket in 2K.
Al Harrington looked like he still looked like he's an NBA player, bro. He don't look like, you know what I'm saying? He's a hooper. So, and the actually was here in college, that's a grown ass man. Like, he don't look like he played. What?
Man, 42 years old.
I don't even think Al Harrington went to college. Did he go straight to the league? Was he one of those guys?
So.
I don't think Al Harrington even played college ball, bro. I don't think he did. I think that shit was funny. I thought that shit was funny as hell. But NBA players, what?
Aaron Gray got a big fucking head though.
You met him too, did you?
Yeah. I mean, a motherfucking helmet on that dude.
You meet everybody.
Collecting white NPC Bulls players.
Yeah, always.
Real shit.
Zoe always meeting random ass Bulls players, man. Always. But I think it's always funny to see random ass baseball players because them motherfuckers look like normal random white dudes.
You can't tell no difference.
No difference
whatsoever. Dansby Swanson could be a Mariano, so I'd be like, excuse me.
Look, when I did this event last summer with Dylan Cease and Michael Kopech, Raina came. Raina didn't know who these dudes were. So
which one are they?
Right, everybody's dressed like for an event. So when they came in, the only reason she knew who they were because I was taking photos of them. That's the only reason. She didn't know who the fuck they look. So
y'all put y'all hats on. I only know what you look like with your hats on.
Sure, right, jersey number. Turn around.
Like
who are you?
They look so normal. Like people coming to see them look flashier than them. Like this shit was nuts. Yeah. It's crazy, but man, I don't got nothing else to talk about. If y'all got anything else y'all seen, Twitter been quiet. Twitter always got wild shit. I just try to ignore shit on Twitter at this point. Yeah, so I see the Lakers game is tied 90-90, so I'm definitely gonna lock in on that after we get done with this. If y'all ain't got nothing else to say,
you a whole bucket ahead of me, bro. It's 90-88 right now. Chill.
Oh, my fault. Shit, I'm box score watching. I ain't even got it on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Nah, cut it on, bro. It's a good one.
Yeah, I'm about to.
Lonnie Walker became Jamal Crawford.
Lonnie Walker.
It's like that, huh? Okay. I'm gonna
this motherfucker, this ISO pull up. Yeah, it's like that. Hey, turn it on. It's like that right now.
All right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna lock in.
Hey, I'm about to go change my meme of Duncan Robinson to Lonnie Walker. That's what we've been saving him for.
It's gonna take you a while.
Right.
It's gonna take me a week to do that shit in Snapchat.
Oh shit! Well, look, man.
I am not tech savvy, y'all.
That's
for the
funny.
record.
He's very open about that. But I'm just gonna sign us out. Y'all know where to find us at. Y'all know how to follow us. You know, like and review, subscribe to everywhere. Uncommon Commentators. Till next week. Peace.